Hey. This your girl, Getting Jazzy with Jazz TV, and I'm bringing you Real Housewives of Rhode Island Season 1, Episode 6. And we start with Kelsey and Rosie. hmm Well, hold on, y'all. That's Episode 7. Episode 6. And we get to, everybody know that Brian got arrested. He belonged to Rosie. Okay. hmm And then we get to Rosie and Kelsey, right? And then Kelsey and her man have split. And Rosie said that she just wants to be in one piece with everyone. And she says, everyone is already yelling at me. And she says that, hey, and then we get to Joe Ellen, and she is having issues because she said her granddad was a very, very pivotal part of her life. And then her father passed, and she has mommy issues, of course, and she wants to not be like her mother, but it'd be hard when you say that you don't want to be like somebody, and then it'd be hard for you not to end up like them, if you get what I'm saying. And she said that she don't want to be like her mom. Then she says that her sister was the favorite, the perfect one. Anyhow, next, Joella. And then we get into to Liz and Alicia, and they round up the ladies for a trip to the castle. And then have and then none of the ladies have spoken to Rula since the polo event, right? Ain't nobody spoke to her since the polo event. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And her husband pulled a good stunt of his own at the event, and then they called Rula to invite her to the castle, and I hope that Rula is okay, because ain't nobody heard from Rula. And I don't think I blame Rula, because it's like the way that they doing her and all that stuff, so I don't think I would be wanting to be fooling with them like that neither, honestly speaking. The way that they sitting up there doing her and talking about her and stuff like that. And then, but he has to keep, and then I'm going to tell you what it is for Rula. She got to keep an eye on Brian, but on that mistress, okay? So just keep in mind that she keeping an eye on her husband and that mistress. Because that's why she ain't going to them trips and all that stuff. It's not like she ain't getting invited. She's definitely getting invited. But she's had to keep an eye on her husband. And she know he cheating and all this stuff. But anyhow, next. And then we get to Kelsey. And she's having to focus on her, now being on her own and making a big move. And then handling things, like I said, handling stuff on her own and not with the help of her ex-man. But she did say that well, hold on, because I think personally he needs to help her, because out of 10 years, I mean, you expect her just to bounce back just like that. It's not that simple, it's not that easy, it's not that quick for that to happen. Okay, so I think that's what he needs to do. Okay, he can pay for at least 2 or 3 years worth of rent for her. But anyhow, that's my thoughts. Anyhow, next. Then we get to Alicia and her love for all the dolls. She loves her some dolls, y'all. And the ladies are having their own set of tea party with the dolls and all this stuff. Then Joellen says that Rosie looks like a stripper. And I'm like, God dang, Joe Ellen. When she was coming down the stairs, she said that she looked like a stripper. All right. And I'm like, poor Rosie. You don't. She don't look like no stripper. Trust me. I know. That was my former job. So she definitely does not look like a stripper. She didn't look like a stripper in that outfit, at least. And then she asking have they heard from Rula, right? And no, they have not. And Rula is not wanting to be found at this minute. And she's not trying to be in the mix at the moment. That's why I'm telling y'all. And then Joe Ellen says that I'm not the blame. And then Liz, right? Liz tells her that she is questioning her motives. Mm-hmm. What she say? Then Joe Ellen says, "What motives? I I got. I don't want him. I don't want her man. So what would be that? What would be the motive, right?" But then she apologizes, saying, "I feel bad." And then Ashley, why she feel bad? Anyhow, next. Whew. And then Liz asks Joe Ellen, is she sure that she feels bad? And Alicia says, yes. Then we get to the masquerade dinner that they was having, right? And then it is time for all it's all open and honesty. How y'all think that's gonna go? Joe Ellen opens up about her mom saying that she was sent to a facility for bad children. I'm like, that's terrible. Bad children. And then she said that she didn't feel like she was all that bad. And I'm pretty sure she wouldn't. But hey, she got sent to the facility. And then wasn't when her, she wasn't, bad when she was good until her father passed, right? And I'm like, she made it seem like her other sister, and this was her mama made it seem like her other sister was better. And come on, stop that, ma'am. Mom. I'm talking about her mama. And Liz asked Joe Ellen, does she think that she knows? Does she think that she? I'm looking at my notes here. Does she think so? And then Joe Ellen says that her mom did things like that to us as kids. And then Liz talks about losing her mom at 15 and the abandonment issues. And then Ashley is crying because she has no story when she is told by Joe Ellen. When she is told by Joe Ellen to put the mask back on because she ain't got no story. I'm like, ooh, Joe Ellen, you feisty. She real feisty. And Joe Ellen had me. Like, she had me cracking up. I said, it's just how they be talking to each other. Especially Joe Ellen. She a little rough, but I still like her. And Rosie says that she has anxiety and knows how to turn it on and turn it off. So basically be fake. And she just be having anxiety attack after anxiety attack. And she said that she knows how to turn it on and turn it off. I'm like, I got anxiety too. So, I mean, I understand. And then Kelsey talks about her relationship with her ex. And they still do, they still cool. And he still pays for her things. And that's why I told y'all, hold on, what I thought came to fruition. Because I thought that he should have still paid. And I mean, he says he still pay for stuff for her. And Rosie says that she is confused by her relationship. And Rosie is always hating in the confessional. And she always be talking slick stuff about her in the confessional. I'm like, girl, why? All right. Confessional gangster she is. And then we get to Alicia. Alicia opens up about her dad and being homeless. And then Liz cut in. Liz says, you were not homeless. You went to live with your grandparents in a big house. And she is ever, she is saying that she is over it and not doing nothing but fronting pretty much. So she told her she was lying, right? And then Alicia says that she had to adjust. And then she said that she had to share a room with her mom. So, girl, hush. It's pretty much what she needed to tell her. And then Liz said, would have been homeless and homeless are two totally different things. And then Alicia just continued on and on and on. Then said, would have been homeless and being homeless are two different things. I understand. I understand. And Kelsey says to Rosie, this is the most genuine most genuine thing that has come out of your mouth. Now Kelsey said that to Rosie, right? And then I understand. Then she says that. Then Joellen backs up everything that Kelsey says, and I'm like, And she does not like Rosie for real. Joellen don't. And then Rosie is confused when she went upstairs to talk to Ashley, and Ashley pretty much says that it didn't make sense. And then Kelsey and Joellen decided to listen. And Kelsey says Rosie had all dinner to say what she was trying to say or going to say, and then she said nothing. But she waits until she gets with old Ashley to talk crap, right? But poor Rosie, then it seems like they shut her down all the time. Then Kelsey just automatically just bursts in the room. And then hoping that Rosie put her foot down. And I was hoping that Rosie put her foot down on Kelsey. Then Ashley calls Kelsey out for the backhanded compliment that she gave her finally. Because I had been waiting for her to say something about it, and then it took her forever to say something about it. And then Ashley, now, hold up, wait a second now. If you going to say somebody lying, because Ashley just instantly said that she was lying. And then she said that, hold on, let me go back. And then Kelsey tells Rosie that she be lying. And then Ashley, now, hold up, wait. If you going to say that somebody lying, be very particular about what somebody lying about, right? And then when she said be very particular about it, then she says, let's start with your house, the issues with your job, saying that that she left for mental health, and Rosie corrected her saying it was colitis. And when she said that, and then my behind was flabbergasted. She said her behind was bleeding. I was flabbergasted. She said her behind was bleeding. I'm like, oof. My. And then, what then? Okay, what then, Kelsey? Kelsey says that she be making things up. Then saying the house and it had this much of the square footage, and then Rosie said the square footage again to her. And then Kelsey then says that knows all of her life. She want to know all her life, right? And she jealous. And then Rosie says, "Girl, you just mad because the answers I give are not enough for you, right?" And then the confessional, and then she in the confessional, she says, "You think about my house, you have none. You talk about my house, you ain't got none, right?" And she says that you talk about my husband, you don't have one. You talk about my career, you just starting your career. And I said, tick, 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 cap, 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 tick, tick, tick. She got hers together. And I was so happy that she got her together. Because I'm like, look, why y'all doing the gang up thing? I don't like that. And Kelsey, she need to be checked and put in her place. Anyhow, next. And that was Real Housewives of Rhode Island, Season 1, Episode 6. And I hope y'all liked the commentary, and all that. And I want y'all to go ahead and do what y'all know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe to be a member of the YouTube channel. The Jazzy Fam, we're going to have fun. I'm going to keep giving y'all content. And this is just a little minor setback. But I'm still going to give y'all the content. It's just going to look a little different until Tuesday. But I'm going to go ahead and upload this for y'all. And then I'm going to give y'all the seventh episode too. That one just a little longer. But like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe to be a member of the Jazzy Fam. Bye. I'm going to go ahead and get this uploaded.